It's Friday, and the date, I always forget the date, August 19th. Summer is coming to a close. I can feel fall in the air already. And I just wanted to remind you that biblical holidays are coming up. The first one coming up next week is Yom Teruah, is the biblical name. The Jewish current name is Rosh Hashanah. Rosh is the head of, Hashanah is the year. So it's the head of the civil year. It's not a biblical holiday in that sense, but they changed the name of Yom Teruah, the Feast of Trumpets, to Rosh Hashanah. Why? I don't know why. Tradition. You saw the movie, right? Fiddler on the Roof? Tradition, tradition. Who day and night must scramble for a living, feed their wife and children, say their daily prayers. You know the song, right? Tradition, tradition, da-da-da, tradition. So anyway, and it is. The Jewish people are much ado about traditions. Their traditions are super important. Historical, cultural, and religious and spiritual. So in diaspora, there's 2 days they celebrate the eating of and the next day because that's just the way they do it. While you're in Israel, it's just one day. And then the other interesting thing about Yom Teruah, it's called the Feast of Trumpets or Loud Noises. Why do they call it that? Because they're supposed to blow the shofar. It's the only biblical feast where there's no biblical explanation as to why those to do it. That's weird, right? I think it's weird. I think it's cool. But I was talking to an Orthodox rabbi several years ago about Rosh Hashanah or Yom Teruah. He said, "Yeah, we call it the day in which no man knows the hour or the day of." And I was shocked. I almost fell out of my chair because I knew he never read the New Testament. So I said, "Did you repeat that?" And he looked puzzled. He said, "Yeah, we call it the day in which no man knows the hour or the day of." And I said, "Why?" He says, "Well, because it arrives on the new moon. We don't know exactly when it's going to arrive. We just know it's due. And it's in the month of Elul. In the month of Elul, the tradition is they observe the king is in the field. So the king's in the field, they blow the shofar, which is to announce the coming of a great king. And it's a day which no man knows the hour or the day of. So my head's exploding. And I was blown away. Maybe yours is too. And because Jesus, Yeshua said, when he returns, it'll be an hour in which no man knows the hour or the day of. Now, recently on TikTok and many other social media platforms, there's been many people who have who have that prophesied that the rapture, the harpazo, which the word rapture is nowhere in the Bible, the harpazo, the snatching away, will occur on Yom Teruah, the Feast of Trumpets. Now, if it does, I'm not going to complain, but I'm less and less convinced about the harpazo. I'm more and more convinced that he's coming back, but it's not to take the church out, it's to establish his kingdom here on earth as it is in heaven. So let me know what you think. Send me a message, give me your eschatology. And remember, eschatology is not fact, it's our conjecture on what's going on. So I just want to throw that out there. Hope you're having a blessed day today, my friends. And if I don't talk to you later today, Shabbat Shalom. I pray you have a peaceful and restful Sabbath rest. And Charlie Cook's book, I ordered it. Charlie Kirk's book, I ordered a copy. I intend to read through it. It's about the Sabbath and Charlie's understanding of it. And he's been highly influential before his demise. And I just saw a Facebook feed, I don't know if it's true or not, that his wife announced that she's pregnant with their third child after Charlie was murdered, brutally assassinated by a LGBTQ plus transgender young man, and who is obviously mentally ill. So be praying for Charlie and Charlie's family, I should say, and his wife. Pray that justice be done. I had a friend of mine who was upset because he thought I wasn't worried about justice for the murderer, and that's not really the case at all. I just knew that no one had been arrested yet, and that's a process, takes months, and I just pray that the Lord brings this guy to salvation and returns him back to his childhood faith, at least, of walking with the Lord. As an adult, he walked away from serving the Lord, became involved in a relationship that's ungodly and with someone who is pretending to be the opposite gender. And that's tragic. But anyway, we need to be praying for that young man. I'm sure Charlie would want us to, and perhaps his wife as well, and that he comes to saving knowledge before his trial and before things happen in his life that continue to cause him to degrade even further. So anyway, I hope you guys have a blessed Sabbath rest. Tomorrow we're going to be studying the Torah portion, Nitzaim, which means standing. This is a powerful Torah portion. I'm very excited about it. So have a blessed day, my friends. Shabbat shalom early. We'll talk to you soon.